G'day, everybody. Welcome in to another episode here of the Back Nine Betting Show with myself, Mr. Gogster. We're here talking the FedEx Cup playoffs, guys. It's the first week. We had an episode on Monday there, just breaking down the course of Northern Trust at Liberty National. And we're getting right back into the thick of things here, guys. This is the picks. We're going to break down the players we like, some guys we're fading, some surprises. I guarantee you there's some guys you're not going to necessarily think we're fading, but stay tuned, guys. We got some good stuff going on here. We got our six-pack as always. So shout out to everyone tuning in. Pub Sports Radio coming at you hot live right off the docket here. So let's go to the chat here, guys. Any questions you got? Any golfers, matchup bets, you name it, throw it in the chat. What's going on, Nick and our guy Mac here? Just loyal supporters, you got to appreciate guys like that. Anytime we got a golf game going on, they're definitely going to be on the tee sheet. Ick saying there, what up, Gogi, listening from work? Oh, appreciate it, my guy. He's going to rewatch and taking notes later. All right, well, I'm going to try and give you the best stuff here, my guy. As you know, Mr. Gogster here myself, I give a lot of stat details, things like that, guys. I'm a golfer myself, so I'll look at the course and see what I think is really important and things like that. Our guy Mac here, where's Bryson Meathead Deschambeau over under 22.5? That's a good one. That's a good number there. That's probably, was that a FanDuel there, Mac? Off the top of my head, right around that number. I don't have him top 20, Mac. I'd say over that number. I just don't think 4 rounds, get a little wind in there. But he does play really good on these type of greens. We'll get into more of that as we get into the show here, guys. Like we said, six-pack. We got a six-pack going on. We got a lot of top 20s. Hold on to your socks here, guys. We got 12 top 20s, 4 top 10s, 6 outright, 5 matchup bets, and 3 first-round matchup bets. No first-round leader, guys. We're going to hold on to our money from Russell Henley last week. It's just not getting a good feel on the first-round leaders, but we think we got an outright winner right here, guys. Let's bring it in. Let's come at you hot here. Oh, shout out to Jose. He's here for Victor's golf segment. Yeah, shout out to our guy Victor here. He's holding down the fort when it comes to our graphic team here. So, get shout out to Victor. Appreciate him doing this. Let's do it, guys. We have 30 bets. Let's start getting into them. We're going to go on to our outrights. So shout out to Victor. Victor, you can get our outrights getting ready to go here. Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth is going to be the first guy on the docket here, guys. Jordan Spieth should play really well here. Oh, the flag's a little bent there. Sorry, guys. The Masters flag, usually it's up a little straighter above my head. But Jordan Spieth here, guys. He really likes the bent grass type of greens. We have several tracks we're going to go over. Here's 5 of them right here, guys. CJ Cup. Jordan Spieth, he was T38, Zozo T41. That was in the beginning of the year. And recently at Bentgrass Greens, look out, Jordan Spieth, second at T9 at AT&T, second at the Charles Schwab, and T18 at Memorial. So that's just, he's moving in the right direction. You guys have seen what Jordan Spieth's done. He's got a lot of rest. He hasn't traveled nearly as much as guys like Morikawa. I'm brain fart right now. DeChambeau. JT, guys like that. I think Jordan Spieth, guys, there's a reason why he's 16-1. He's actually moving in the direction even lower. I've seen 11-1 at some other books there. So, Jordan Spieth, he's got the tools in the bag to win this one, in my opinion. He's 16-1. We're also taking him, guys, T20 at plus 108. All these T20s, or most of them, are going to be at Bet365 and Pinnacle. So, you guys could venture your way towards those books. Shout out to them. T20 plus 108 on Jordan Spieth, and also T10. We think he's got a great shot to be right in the mix here. That's at plus 230. What else can we say about Jordan Spieth? He just on bentgrass greens, guys. A lot of these stats we're going to go over here are going to be a lot heavy based on putting, because everyone can hit the ball straight, right? Geez, I can hit the ball straight. It's who can make these putts on the type of grass that they're playing on, and it's up north, close to myself, up here in New York, right across the river from New York City. So it's a bentgrass green. Just pretty much, it's they're you got to hit them a little bit more, but there's going to be a lot more dips and dives. Sorry, I'm a little brain fart here. Masters is actually going to be on. Surprisingly, you'd think it'd be on Bermuda, but it's actually on bentgrass from what I was looking up there. So bentgrass, just there's a lot more curvature in the greens is pretty much the best way to put it. Bermuda, you can pretty much just hit it on the line. You just got to worry about the speed if it's going into the grain or out of the grain, pretty much if it's going to be fast or short. But at a course like this on bentgrass, you really have to trust the lines. You got to hit the ball. And it's just, there's a lot more dipping and diving on these. You can see guys 3-putting a lot on more bentgrass greens. These greens are not easy to hold as well. So a short game like Jordan Spieth, he's going to be able to clean up just so damn well. At this track as well, guys, I've got so many notes here. So I got the right ones here. But at this track, I know Jordan Spieth did really well back in 2019. He was lights out with the greens and regulation, his putting. He's really comfortable around here. And that was 2019. He was not in nearly as good a form as he is now. So Jordan Spieth's going to be the first one on our docket, guys. We think he's got a great shot, 16-1. We hope John Rahm, he's the favorite in this one, guys. We're not taking him, but he could very well be right there. He's pretty much checks off all the boxes, but it's no fun taking the favorite, right? Jordan Spieth's going to start off the six-pack, guys. Pull that one out. Jordan Spieth, he's on the can. Number 2, what's going on, Mark? I love the show, and thanks for the Henley pick. Hey, no, not a problem, my guy. We're going to go through the ones here today. We got, like I said, 6 guys. A lot of research this morning. I actually changed one of the original guys we had on here. We'll get to it. He's number 5 on the list. But, yeah, we really like this list. A lot of top 20s, outrights, really good numbers. It's going to be a fun track, too, guys, up in New York. It just, as a golfer, this is crunch time. This is the playoff, Stanley Cup, NBA Finals. That's what it is here for us golfers. So let's keep going here. Number 2, I know I was kind of talking a little bit of Justin Thomas about his travel issues, but if there's one guy who can play absolutely lights out at a golf course, I know we could say that almost anywhere for the guy. Justin Thomas at 25-1, guys. He loves bent grass greens. Like, I mean, loves them. He was T12 at the CJ Cup back early in the year when he was putting just lights out. He was T2 at the Zozo. All these are bent grass greens and tougher tracks, too, with good fields. Charles Schwab, he was T40, and then the Memorial, he was T42. It's just been his putter, his not let him down, but I guess that's kind of being nice. It has somewhat let him down. If he can just start getting back to his old form, 2019, when he was putting just lights out, greens and regulation is not a problem for this guy. Same with approach. It's just getting the ball in the hole. It sounds easy, but for Justin Thomas, it's been quite hard. They're smaller greens, so he's not going to have these big putts. When he's dialed, guys, he's only having like 15-foot putts. He's not used to. He's been a little bit off on not necessarily his greens and regulation, just proximity to the hole, and that's been leaving Justin Thomas with shots that are like 30 feet. And his pace on his putts has just been absolutely awful. So when Justin Thomas is on a course like this, I think he's going to be putting himself really close proximity to the hole, and that's going to lead to a lot more putts made. 15-footers, 20-foot. In from the 20-foot putts and in. Look for Justin Thomas. T20, guys, plus 147, and T10, plus 274. I think that's a great number on Justin Thomas. Just putting. It comes down to putting for the guy, and I don't want him on Bermuda. I don't want him on POA. I want him on bent grass, and that's exactly what we got here, guys. So Justin Thomas, I think he's got a hell of a shot here. 25-1, pretty damn good number. You're not going to see JT at a number like that usually. He's going to be number 2 on our list of our 6-pack there, and number 2 on the can, Justin Thomas, baby. Number 3, Daniel Berger. Now, this guy's been all over the leaderboard of late. He's been, what do we got here? CJ, not just all these other courses, bent grass guys, but in general, Daniel Berger, he hasn't played over in Japan. I don't believe he played. Oh no, yeah, he did play in the British Open, but he just has been playing solid golf. He hits a lower ball too, a lower ball here in New York. If there's some wind, that's going to be a huge advantage. He's a much better putter right now than JT. He's kind of like a poor man's JT, you can almost say. They're the same age, 1993. Just Daniel Berger, guys. If you remember, he was the first guy to win. Let's get the hat going here. Sorry, the hair's kind of getting everywhere. He was the first guy to win the tournament coming back from COVID was Daniel Berger. I just think he's got a great shot here, in my opinion, guys. Going to our stats here and Bentgrass Green. CJ, he was T28, Zozo T17, AT&T, so more recently, T3, Charles Schwab T20, and John Deere T24, I believe I have here. So he hasn't missed the cut. He loves playing on this type of grid. Up in New York, I don't see there being any reason not to take Daniel Berger. I was hoping to get a better number, guys. 30-1. He's right up there with the Matsuyamas, with the best of them. So Berger boy, throw him on the grill. Hopefully he's going to come out there a little more richer, a little juicy with some money behind it there, money bills. But anyway, it's just awful jokes. Sorry, guys. They're getting worse by the day. I don't know. It's just a hair. Got to get a haircut. Stay focused, right? Daniel Berger. Yeah, Daniel Berger, guys. Win 30-1, T20 plus 142, and T10 plus 284. Like we said, he hasn't missed a cut on any of these bent grass greens. He's 5 for 5 in the tracks we've been looking at, and he's been all over the leaderboard of late. No reason why he can't win this one. Yeah, Daniel Berger, guys, put that one in your pipe and smoke it, as they say. Enough of the bad jokes. Patrick Cantlay, Ixnizzle. Let's go to a little comments here. Ixnizzle says some of these guys, I'm gonna take a look to parlay top 20s. Oh wow, top 20 parlay. That's just a steal. Unfortunately, I can't get that, but yeah, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth. I like those top 20s. Daniel Berger, Patrick Cantlay. This is one of my favorite golfers, guys. He's number 4. The win is 33-1. We think that's a great number. He's actually went down at a couple books. A shop around, guys, you should still find 33-1. He's now 30-1 at the book I'm currently betting at. But again, Bentgrass greens, guys. I know it's going to sound very repetitive, but in the end, that's what's going to come down to cashing a ticket at this course. So, yeah, Bentgrass greens. He won at 2 of the courses here, Zozo and Murfield Village. That's the Memorial. He won both the trophies. Yeah, Rahm had COVID at Murfield at Jack's tournament, but still, Cantlay, guys, dialed in with approach, and he's just so precise with his putter when he's on. Justin Thomas, might be the only reach in this 6-pack, guys, because his putting has not exactly been as good as it was in the beginning of the year. But from what I've seen from him, I can't not have him on my card from his track record in the past and seeing what he did at the beginning of the year at the CJ and the Zozo. So getting back to Patrick Cantlay, though, guys, he won twice at Bentgrass greens. He hasn't traveled nearly as much. I'm going to take this into account, guys. People that have not traveled as much, that have got a little more practice in. Patrick Cantlay was having a great season, 33-1. Like we said, won both at those 2 tracks. And also going back to 2019, I can't believe I don't have my 2019 papers. Do I have them here? Yes, actually I do. Sorry about that, guys. We have them right here. Patrick Cantlay. He checks off the around the green. He was 3rd in around the green here, guys, in 2019. His driver's been a lot better. He just keeps it straight. Driving accuracy and distance is not even that huge. It's second shots and putting closer to the green. That's what's going to come into effect. Listen to our Friday show, guys. We'll have a lot more of in-depth breakdown on the course after the first 2 rounds, so we'll be able to make more matchup bets, throw an outright in there possibly, give more of a breakdown on how our golfers are doing. So Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, stay tuned for that one, guys. We'll have a breakdown on all of our golfers. But yeah, Patrick Cantlay, no reason for him not to do well. He's won twice on Bentgrass greens. Why can't he do it again, fellas? Number 5, this is the one we made a switch on. Originally, it was going to be Paul Casey, but nah, I'm sorry. Paul Casey, guys, he can't putt on these Bentgrass greens. 40-1. It's a great number. The reason why it was 40-1 is because, Bentgrass, he's had a horrible track record. He missed the cut. Where do I have it here? I think I got the wrong note here. My apologies, guys. But just off the top of my head, he missed the cut in the CJ Cup, and he didn't do well at the Zozo. His putting is what's going to be killing him coming down here, guys. You'll see Casey. If you have Casey right now, his putting might drive you nuts. I don't think he's got a great shot. In my opinion, the guy you want to be taking here is Tyrell Hatton. Looking at Tyrell Hatton here, the one thing with Tyrell has been his putter, but looking at what he's done at this track, what do I have here? Tyrell Hatton. Yeah, he was T3 at the CJ, T24 at the Zozo, and that was the only 2 tracks he's played on Bentgrass greens. He's only played also, guys, like 6 or 7 tournaments, Tyrell Hatton, since like the Masters. He's fresh as can be. The only issue has been his putter. He's been close to smashing over his head. The guy's got a bit of a temper. Fun guy to wolf, Tyrell Hatton. But yeah, he should have a hell of a shot here, guys. I had to put him on the list. T20 and to win outright 66-1. That's a hell of a number on a guy he was right in the mix for the Zozo and the CJ. He hasn't shown that he hasn't putt well or that he hasn't played well on Bentgrass style courses, and that's exactly what we have here. They're like we were talking about Monday's show, guys. You can eat off these greens and these fairways. It's going to be pristine. $300 million. You expect to get something up that alley. So yeah, Patrick Cantlay, Tyrell Hatton. Tyrell Hatton should just, in my opinion, do very, very well here. Mark's saying new to golf betting. Yeah, let's get some questions here. Enough about me talking. What percentage of your bankroll? Here we go on outright winners. That's a great question. So on these outright winners, I'm throwing 1 unit on Spieth, and that's going to be the most. So a unit could be $10, $30, $100, whatever it may be. So in my case here, we're throwing $10 down on Jordan Spieth. So that'll pay out $160 on Jordan Spieth, and then from there you're just going to cut him down, Mark. So I'll do 0.75 on Justin Thomas, and then I'm doing 0.5 on both Berger and Cantley in the 30s, 0.3 on Hatton, and then on my last one here, I'm doing 0.2. So they're all going to round around 16 to 1. If any of these guys win, we'll gain 16 units. So they're all going to round up. If you do the math, it's going to be around 15 to 17 units we'll make if one of our golfers do win. But that's a great question. Yeah, some guys some guys they can throw a unit on all of them, right? And then if you do hit your bomb, say Hatton at 66, then you're cashing big. But in my opinion, I kind of all my payouts are going to equal similar outcomes. So that's how I do that, Mark. A great question though, my guy. I appreciate it. Hey, Schnitzel, had to stop working and pick up my phone and agree with this pick. 100% love me some Hatton. Yeah, buddy, Hatton, he should be right in the mix, in my opinion, buddy. He hasn't played a lot, and he's itching, man. He's itching to get there. The only issue may be with Hatton is just his putter, similar to Justin Thomas. Very similar games, great approach shots. Guys that have to scramble, I don't like their chances in the long run. You can only scramble for so long. Holy, can't even talk today. But you're definitely going to need some scramble game in this course because the greens are so small. And then coming back onto the greens, they're not flat, right? They're dipping, they're toilet bowls, they're curvature left, right, and center. So you got to have a really good around the greens, 60-degree flopper, as our guy Wyatt's not here, but he likes to say throw the old 60-degree under it, get some loft and stick it and grab that grain. So absolutely. I think Hatton, he should as long as if his approach is bad, then we've got an issue, but we shouldn't worry about something that's not there, right? Hatton's been really good with his approach, solid off the tee. It's just been his putter. And at Bentgrass Greens, guys, back in the in January at the CJ Cup in the Zozo, he was gaining more strokes than he's gained at any single one of these tracks this year. So look out for Tyrell Hatton. T20, that's at plus 200, and the win, 66 to 1. Nice juicy number on that one. Number 6, last one in our 6-pack here, guys. Last can, we'll pull him out here. He's worth a lot. 80 to 1. That's right. Jason Kokrak. What a number you can get on Jason Kokrak, guys. 80 to 1. For a guy that's won twice on Bentgrass Greens, he won at the CJ Cup and the Charles Schwab. CJ Cup was no weak field as well. That was at Shadow Creek in Las Vegas. And Charles Schwab was another one, Bentgrass Greens, back in, I believe, June. Maybe early May, late May, early June. He won the Charles Schwab. He's been playing a little bit more golf than some of the other guys. He played last week, didn't make the cut. I actually like him not making the cut, not having to play 4 days in nearly 35-degree weather. Trust me, that's no easy task mentally and physically. So he didn't make the cut. That's okay. I think he can come back, bounce back. He loves Bentgrass Greens. He can take advantage of his distance off the tee. He's one of the deeper drivers, really good approach. And he's proved he can win on Bentgrass Greens. And guys that can win too in big fields, you got to take that into account. One of the guys I was looking at originally, guys, was Matthew Fitzpatrick, but what has he done? The guy can't close it, right? Guys like Kokrak, guys like Cantley, they've proven that they can win on these tracks. So that's where we like Kokrak at 80 to 1. I don't expect that number to stay there much longer. Shop around. You should be able to still find that one, guys. Jason Kokrak, that's going to close out the 6-pack at a little brain fart there. At Liberty National Northern Trust up in New York City. So shout out to everyone in the chat here. No, not a problem, Mark. One more thing I was going to say is whenever I'm giving out my picks too, I'll try to divvy up the odds. So, I'm not taking 16 to 1, 25 to 1, 22 to 1. You can't take all the favorites. I do have some, guys up near the top, but as long as I'm getting guys, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, you gotta divvy up, and you want to kind of get decent odds. We like to call that value on golfers. So great value, in my opinion, on all these guys. Even Jordan Spieth, 16 to 1. There's a reason why he's got that number. Just solid short game at this track. And his driver, I've been trying to knock the guy, but he keeps hitting the ball dead straight in the fairway. So Jordan Spieth, he should do really well here, guys. Let's get to the fades. Some guys I'm fading. Scotty Scheffler, guys. He's not proven himself. He's a bad putter at Bentgrass Greens. He's lost strokes on every single one of the tracks he's played on Bentgrass Greens. Let's get to it here. Where are we? Where do we got him here? Yeah, he's fading. Yeah, he can't pass the test on Bentgrass Greens. When it comes down to it, everyone would think he'd do quite well. He's been a guy that's playing very solid as of late, but he hasn't been playing on bentgrass greens, and this is going to be up in New York. Throw a little bit of wind in there. He doesn't hit a low ball. He hits a very high ball as well. I don't like Scotty Scheffler's chances this week. He's going to be on our fade list. Stay tuned, guys, for our matchup bets coming up shortly. We're going to be fading him back-to-back, both 18-hole tomorrow in the first round and 72. Do like any dailies? What do you mean by that, Mac? Do you do like any dailies? A little more description on that, my man. Yeah, let's keep going here. Let's get into it. Six-pack, guys. Six-pack. Some more top 20s. Like I said, I had 12 top 20s. We already gave out 6 of them. So we're getting really good odds. All these odds are anywhere from plus 150 and up. You can't be taking as many guys as I'm taking in a top 20 if they're not solid odds. Plus 140, we got 280. There's even some guys that are plus 500 here. So let's get right into it. Cameron Smith. Originally, I did not have Cameron Smith, but surprisingly, he loves bentgrass putting. He gained 1.3 strokes at Shadow, 1.1 at Sherwood, and then 1.12 at the Shriners. This was back in January, but he's proven he's been able to take advantage of his putting. Like he said, T24 at Shadow, T11 CJ, T4 at the Zozo. He didn't make the cut at the Memorial. Give him a bit of a break there. And then at the Masters, T2 and T10, which are bentgrass greens. So, Cameron Smith, you guys, if you're a golf fan, you notice he tied the record for only 18 putts in a round. Just absolutely spectacular. Not too many guys can say they have that feat. He's got the short game as long as his driver is the only thing that sometimes he can get himself in trouble, but off the tee shouldn't be that much of a problem in my opinion. The fairways are a little tight, but he's proven himself to be able to hit at a rough. The rough doesn't seem too bad. It is going to be bent grass, so it's a little bit thicker up here. Grab the club a little bit more, but I think his short game and just around the greens. Cameron Smith, the top 20 guys. This is all of our top 20s now. We got 6 more. Plus 194, great number at Pinnacle. Jump on that one. Tony Finau, he's not going to win, but everyone knows what he does. He's a top 20 machine, this guy, and he loves these bentgrass greens. He loves playing up here in up north. At the 3M, he was T28, the Memorial T32, Zozo T11, and the Charles Schwab, he was T20, all bentgrass greens, and he was, other than a couple of them, he's made the top 20. He's made the cuts. That's what we want from a guy like Tony Finau. Deep off the tee as well. It's just coming down to his putting and around the green. If he can hit his approach shots damn near tight, look out for Tony Finau. I think he's got a great shot, guys. Plus 246. He's going to make our top 20 list. We axed out Joakim Niemann. If anyone's wondering about Joakim Niemann, he's just not the greatest on bent grass. He was 6th at the CJ Cup, but then T50 at the Schwab, missed the cut at Memorial, and he was T17 at the Zozo. With that being said, I know his short game's always been his one issue. I can't take Joakim Niemann along with guys like Hovland. I just think their short game is not going to be good enough to get even in the top 20. So there's a couple guys for you there. Moving on, here's a big bomb. Biggest bomb in the top 20s is going to be Sebastian Munoz, guy that's been right near the top. Did solid in the Olympics. If you're looking at our course comparisons, get ready for this one, guys. John Deere, he was 4th. AT&T Byron Nelson, he was tied for 5th. Zozo T14, CJ 9th, Shriners T27. Sebastian Munoz loves to putt here. He's playing solid golf. I almost wanted to take him outright, guys. I believe he's 125 to 1. If you want to sprinkle a couple bucks on him, I wouldn't shy away from that one. But Sebastian Munoz, Colombian, I think he's got a great shot here. He's plus 500, so 5 to 1 you can get on him, top 20. He's just gained strokes. He succeeds when it comes to playing up here, up north. Only trouble he had was at Murfield Village when he didn't make the cut at Memorial. Other than that, he's playing really good golf, guys. Sebastian Munoz, he's making the cut, T20, plus 500. He cashes one of our tickets there. Relating back to Mark and his units, we're putting out 1 unit on every one of these T20s. So if Munoz does win, we're gaining 5 units on just him alone. We could lose 3 or 4 other ones. We'd still be up a unit or 2 just based on Munoz. So you get a guy at a good number, you definitely can't not have him on the ticket. And Sebastian Munoz is making the ticket here today, guys. That's going to be number, what do we got there? 7, 8, 9. We got 3 more. Ian Poulter, another one, succeeds in the bent grass. T12 at the CJ, T3 at Charles Schwab. He's plus 333 at Bet365 for top 20. Ian Poulter, he's a grinder. He's a competitor. I expect him to be in the leaderboard pretty much the whole 72 holes. In my opinion, he's also a guy that plays over in Europe too, guys. So guys that play over in Europe, it's going to be similar to this track because it's pretty much wide open. You do have some trees, but it's not like a tree line like you've seen in Japan or some of these other tracks. It's pretty much free swinging, So Ian Poulter shouldn't have any issues there. He's got a great short game. It's pretty much you're going to get tested around the greens. There's a lot of bunkers as well. We didn't get into that. Quite a bit amount of bunkers at this course. So Ian Poulter, he's making the cut here, guys. Number 9 or number 10 on the list here, plus 333. Number 11 is going to be Venezuelan's own here. Shout out to Jose. It's in Vegas. He excels again on bentgrass greens. Very similar to Munoz. You can get a great number, plus 350. T2 at 3M, T9 at the AT&T, T69 Charles Schwab, and T11 at the John Deere. And 2 T2s in the last 2 months. So he's playing solid golf. He's been playing a lot of golf. That might be my only issue with Vegas, but he's a guy that matches. He's a horse for the course, as we like to see on the show, that has a great shot to cash some tickets for you guys, make some money. That's what we're here to do, baby. We're closing it out here, number 12, Kevin Streelman. Kevin Streelman hasn't played a lot lately, but he just came back. If you guys don't know, he was T8. He cashed our T20 ticket on our last show. And I think he's going to be right up there again. He likes playing on bentgrass greens. He's plus 333 as well, same as Vegas. Shriners, he did miss the cut, but CJ T21, Zozo T28, Charles Schwab T20, and what do we have here? Sometimes the rating's a little blurred sometimes, guys. But John Deere, he missed the cut. PGA and the U.S. Open this year, which were just 3 months ago, he was 8th and 15th. He's a guy that not many people exactly know about. Wilson's staff guy, and he competes. He hustles. He's had a lot of rest, something I'm going to be looking towards. He's made now 6 of his last 8 top 20s. Kevin Streelman, guys, he's making the cut. He's the last guy, 12 of 12. This is our last one. T20s, plus 333. Has a hell of a shot, likes to putt here. Really good off the tee, solid approach shot. So Kevin Streelman is going to close out our top 20s. Look at that. We're already half an hour in. Just so many picks. Like we said, 32 picks on today's show. So no shortage of action. If you guys have any questions, too, regarding any players, any matchup bets you might have, throw them in here. We're going to be going on for about another 5 minutes. We're jumping in now to our matchup bets. So let's get a little coffee in the system. Spark us up a bit. It's already half an hour deep, right? Shout out to Pub Sports Radio too, guys. Check them out on Instagram. On their website, pubsportsradio.com, Twitter, Discord. We already had our guy Big Show in the chat Monday, giving out the Discord link. So Pub Sports Radio, guys, it's a one-stop shop when it comes to giving out sports picks. We had a morning show with my guy Jimmy the Bag, giving out all of his baseball action, and there's another one coming on at 4. We got horse racing at 7, so it's good times here, Pub Sports Radio, guys. We even got a golf segment. Who else gives out golf picks? You know what I mean? Like Pub Sports, baby. That's who does. Max on record says Berger minus 108 over Scheffler. How did you know? This guy, Max on record. He's a smart man. Let's get right to it. I got minus 115 there, Max. Berger over Scheffler, fading Scheffler. You're telling me it shouldn't even be a matchup. This guy can't putt on these greens. Well, Berger succeeds. He's loving it. He's playing solid golf. Yeah, Scheffler is too, but the type of courses he's winning on is not going to be a Liberty National. I don't expect him to do, not nearly as well. Berger, we were talking about him earlier on our list here. Where are we here? So many notes. See what happens when you close a book up. You lose where you are. Where are we here? Yeah, so Berger, he's just all over the leaderboard. I've seen enough from Berger, and I've seen enough from Scheffler. As a guy that watches golf 24/7, 365, he should just, especially after the first round. I'm taking him at minus 115. I'm also taking him, Max, in a matchup bet. I saw the same thing in the 72 hole, so I'm like, well, why not? Give me 4 rounds of a guy that can't putt. If anything, I'd be a little bit more nervous about the first round, just in case Scheffler, makes a couple and maybe Berger has a bit of a slow start. But 72 hole matchup here, guys. Berger minus 122 I found at Pinnacle over Scheffler. That's going to be those are 2 picks for you there. One, a first round matchup, minus 115 or minus 108 from our guy Max over Scheffler, and then full matchup 72 hole Berger over Scheffler minus 122. I'm going to stick with my 2. I have 2 more first round matchups here for you guys. Shout out to our guy TJ. If you guys remember TJ, he was on a couple weeks ago. He was back in Adam Schneck. Could be pronouncing his name wrong, but I think he's going to take this one down. He loves putting on bent grass greens. He was third at the John Deere. He succeeds at courses like the Charles Schwab and the AT&T. Those are all bent grass. If you're looking at list, he's lost strokes at both the Charles Schwab and the 3M, and he didn't make the cut at the Shriners. He was losing strokes on all of those, so I can't trust Luke List, and I can trust Adam Schneck. That's minus 110, first round matchup. You can find that one at Bodog, I believe, or Bovada if you're in America. Number 2 is going to be Jason Kokrak over Connors. Like I said, I had Connors as well, guys. I was going to pull the trigger on him, but I can't trust his putting. He shouldn't have a problem off the tee or his approach. It's just literally I cannot trust the guy putting. He hasn't proved himself really in his career since I've been watching him that he can putt. Yeah, he is from Canada and up here north, and we do have a lot of bent grass over here. But until he can prove it, I can't do it. Top 20, he just didn't make the cut, Corey Connors. But give me Jason Kokrak. He's proven himself on these greens. That's pretty much where I'm getting at here, guys. He's won twice. He won at the Zoe. What do we have here? Sorry, I got to make sure you're not giving yourself wrong information. CJ Cup, he won this year, and the Charles Schwab, that was it. He's already won twice on bent grass, where Connors, he just hasn't been able to get there. I believe T10, T12, he's been itching around the top, but he hasn't been able to pull the trigger. And plus 100, guys, first round. Also, Kokrak didn't play the last 2 rounds of the tournament at Sedgefield last week, so I think he's well rested. Corey Connors has been traveling all over the world as well. Pull the trigger, number 3, baby. Round 1 matchups. Jason Kokrak plus 100 over Corey Connors. Going into our matchup bets, guys, we already gave out 1 based on our guy Max sniping that. Just sniped it right out of the tree, just boom, burger time, baby, over Scheffler. I also have him 72-hole matchup, he said, minus 122. Just going to get to Mark here. See the hole-in-one prop for no at minus 155. So the yes plus money, eh? Okay. Well, let's here. Actually, I believe I have my notes on that, my guy. Yeah, I do right here. So the par 3s, you got 150 on number 4, 193 on 14, 219 on 2, and then 250 on 14, I believe that is. So 250-yard par 3. Yeah, I don't think many guys are getting a hole-in-one on that one. That's going to be quite the shot. The greens are they're really hard to pretty much hold the ball. Not necessarily hold the ball, but there's different levels on the green, if you know what I mean, Mark. Like there'll be a high spot, there'll be like a dipping spot. Like you have to snipe where you're going on the greens. Sorry if I don't have better vocabulary right now, guys, but you have to be very precise. So to get a hole-in-one here, you're not going to be able to just roll it up there. It's going to be moving too much. So I don't know if I necessarily like that at this track. Number 4 here, sorry, 14. I think that's 14. It's only 150 yards. That might be the one. Just hit a high pitching wedge or gap wedge for these guys. That might be the one. But 219, 250, and 193. I don't see it happening. Continuing on though, guys, with our matchup bets here. Where are we? Oh, jeez, so many notes. Sorry, guys. Poulter, Ian Poulter. He's a guy we have top 20. Why not take him in a matchup bet? We're gonna have a lot of our matchup bets from guys we have T20. Poulter plus 110 over Garcia. Garcia just cannot putt over here. I'm going to be fading him coming down the stretch. 72 holes. Garcia, yeah, he's a great ball striker and all, but his putting is going to get him similar to guys like Scheffler. That's one of our guys. Hey, what's going on, Ronnie? Ronnie Crawford. You want to know a guy that's all over the map with sports, not just over the map, but winning? Our guy, Ronnie Crawford, right there. He was in our chat this morning on our Jimmy the Bag show. Shout out to Ronnie Crawford. Appreciate you tuning in, my guy. Just coming out with some golf picks there. We have our 6-pack on the top left, and we're just going over our matchup bets, buddy. Ian Poulter is going to be number 1 over Casey. Kevin Streelman, solid golf. We've already talked about why we like him over Jason Day. Just don't like the form Jason Day's in. Not nearly as good of as approach off the tee as Streelman. And I know for a fact Streelman's a better putter than Jason Day is. Jason Day in the past, yeah, you can say maybe 2015, Jason Day 2016 before the back issues was better. But Streelman of late, you definitely want this guy. Wilson Staff Zone. Number 3 was Berger over Scheffler. Number 4 is going to be Tyrell Hatton over Adam Scott. Adam Scott, he did win this in 2013, but I just have a hard time seeing him being in the mix like he was last week. That was on Bermuda, guys. This is going to be on bent grass. He's not nearly as good of a putter. Hatton, on the other hand, we talked about how much we liked Hatton. He has a great shot, in my opinion, over Adam Scott. 72 holes. There's a reason why he's I think he's only plus 1. What do we have here? He was plus one or plus 200 for a guy 66 to 1. A lot of money's coming in on that T20 plus 200. A lot of money's been coming in on that. So number 5 here is going to be Patrick Cantlay over Scheffler. So yeah, we're doubling down on Scheffler, guys. Sorry, so many notes. Forgot I was doing that. Scheffler, we're fitting him again against Cantlay. Can't say enough about Cantlay. Great second shot guy. Very precise with the irons, and should have the patience on these greens to score quite well. On the other hand, Scheffler, I don't know what else I can say about him, guys. He can't putt. That's what it's going to come down to. All these guys can get to the green, but who can make the putts? You know, drive for show, putt for dough. You'll hear that all the time out on the golf courses, and ain't that the truth? So that's why we're fading Scheffler. Number 6 here is going to be Cameron Smith over Casey. This is when you're getting a nice number, guys. Plus 119. Paul Casey. I sound like a broken record. He can't putt. He's I'm just not taking him here. He hasn't performed well in our courses that we like to look at. CJ Cup back in January, the Zozo, Charles Schwab, 3M, John Deere, just hasn't performed nearly as well as a guy like Cameron Smith, especially at the beginning of the year. Cameron Smith, also we were talking about his 18 putts in 18 holes, tying the record. Definitely getting a good number. Plus 119, guys. I pulled the trigger, threw a couple shekels on that. And all these are also one unit. I'll tweet out my picks there for everyone that's wondering about our action on Twitter, Eagle47. You can follow myself. That's on Twitter. And I'll, like I said, tweet out all my picks. I'll have the Excel spreadsheet with all the action. And send me a message on Twitter, guys. I'd love to answer any questions you have. If it's about betting, if it's about golfers, whatever it may be, guys. Eagle47_. The last one on our list here, matchup bets, is going to be Jordan Spieth over Morikawa. Morikawa, his around the green is just ass, guys. I've seen it enough, especially on bentgrass greens. He's just not as good getting the club through. He's not as confident like a guy like Jordan Spieth. You kidding me? Give me that one all day, guys. Jordan Spieth minus 107 over Morikawa. I don't even got to think twice about that one, in my opinion. Jordan Spieth should be right in the mix. We like him T10, T20, outright 16 to 1. Morikawa, we can't see it. We're talking about it on Monday. We think him and his girlfriend there might be getting the old squeak going on after the Olympic gold. So, or not Olympic gold, but this is the British Open. So yeah, that's our picks there, guys. I'm gonna break them down quickly for you because we're already 39 minutes in. Holy, it's been quite the show. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Any questions, feel free to throw them out here. I'm gonna do one quick recap on our picks. Outrights: Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Daniel Berger, Patrick Cantlay, Tyrrell Hatton, and Jason Kokrak. T20 and all those guys, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Daniel Berger, Patrick Cantlay are going to be our T10s. We're fading Scotty Scheffler in matchup bets. We also have more T20, 6 more. Kevin Streelman, plus 333. Cameron Smith, plus 194. Tony Finau, plus 246. Sebastian Munoz, this is the bomb, plus 500. You can find that one at Bet365. Ian Poulter at plus 333. And Jonathan Vegas out of Venezuela, plus 350. Looking at our matchup bets, guys, one more time. 7 of them. Poulter over Grace, Streelman over Day, Berger over Scheffler, Hatton over Scott, Cantlay over Scheffler, Smith over Casey, and Spieth over Morikawa. Round 1 matchup bets. Excuse me, get a little water here. Woo! 40 minutes talking hot. First round matchup bets. Sorry, guys. 3 of them. Schneck over List, Berger over Scheffler, and Kokrak over Connors. Minus 110, minus 115, and plus 100. That's going to be all for this episode here, guys. The back 9 with myself, Mr. Gogster. Let's have a good tournament. We nearly hit with Hatton. Kevin Na was in the mix. So we got 6 of them this week, guys. You'll see him over there top. Oh, on that side. Oh, where are you? That side there. Top left-hand corner. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back Friday. We're going to have more of a breakdown on the course. Players we like, guys. We haven't liked. Shots that maybe just blew our mind. Anything it is, guys, you check the tournament out. Come back here Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Crack a couple. We'll be at the same time, not same time, but 9 p.m. Eastern, back 9. Pub Sports Radio, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm out. We'll see you again Friday. Cheers.